This guy. Okay, this guy. What is this? It's this guy. And his name is Sadgar. I don't know what this is. But the meaning of colors for a spiritual seeker. Okay, so anyone who is seeking things of the spirit or seeking the spirit, apparently, because the spirit is, you know, the spiritual seeker. You're in perpetual state of seeking, apparently. So let's find out. Different spiritual sects wear certain colors in their attire. Does color impact one's spiritual growth? Hmm. Well, if you look at, not Eastern philosophy or, whatever, you look at, people with robes and the colors, it's black, purple, red, white, just, yes, it all has symbolism behind it. But let's not get into it. Let's keep listening.
The color of the clothes or the colors of anything around you, does it have some impact? You need to understand this. How color happens, first of all.
Okay, he's gonna break it down. I can't wait. Let's delve into it.
Why seems to be white right now is because when the light falls on it, it reflects all of it, so it looks white. Why this seems to be red right now is not because it's red, it is just that it holds back all the colors and only reflects red. That's why you're seeing red.
Right. So anytime anything has ever been described as white or pure, it has no meaning. It's because it's not white. It's not. This is not even red, guys. This is not even red. It's the projection of red or something. Okay, here we go.
And what is red for you may not be red for some other creature.
Exactly. And you're hooked. Bait and hooked. Okay, bait and hooked. You're hooked because it just feels so good because it's just wow. It feeds in so well with moral relativism. Okay, you're just morally bankrupt. Okay, just gone.
If you dress up really jazzy colors and go and stand in front of your dog, he looks at you in an uninterested way because he doesn't see any color, he sees everything black and white. Do you know this?
Wow.
Don't dress…
Yes, because everybody has gone into the brains of, and it doesn't. It's not because it's in the brain, but yes, we know what dogs see. Like, just yes, because we are the ones that say what it is. Yes, absolutely, believe in this guy.
Except for him, okay? Dog lovers, I'm saying. You wear only black and white, dog lovers. Nothing else works. You don't impress him with red, green, blue and whatever. So color is not what it is, color is what it gives away.
It's what it gives away.
What you reflect will be your color.
Yes, because color is alive, guys. You guys didn't know? And color is alive, and it gives away. It gives away. It gives away.
What you hold will not be your color. This is the nature of life, not just of color. This is the nature of life itself. Today, if you radiate love, people will see you as a loving human being. If you hold back all your love because you have a love bank, you're full of love but you don't radiate, people will think you're…
Wow. So okay, convoluting appearances with color, amazing. And just because, okay, so this could be purple as far as I'm concerned, and there's just dismay. Now you have delved into master omelet level. Who knows? Because who cares? It's just to the multiverse at astronomical speeds. Yes.
that. If you radiate joy, people will think, oh, he's a joyful person. If you are a joy bank, you held back all your joy because you want to take it to heaven. People won't experience you as a joyful human being, isn't it? What you give away is always your quality, isn't it so?
No. What you give away is your soul because you are in defiance like this guy. Look, that is the look of defiance. Look at him. Look, just totally he is the defined entity, the defier, because he's all making all sorts of funny, clever things to say, and it's all enchantment. It's all enchantment. Okay, let's keep listening.
So that is not just for a human being, that is the nature of the existence itself. What is thrown away is the quality of that substance. Now this reflects everything, so this is white.
Quality, oh
That
quality, come
reflects
on.
only red, so it is red. That reflects only blue, so it is blue. Everything else is held back. What it holds back, you don't see. What it gives away is what you see.
So yeah, so guys, color chooses what it gives you, and that's what it's not, because apparently what we see, it's not what it is. So amazing! It's just a mind bend of just total, cane work here. It's it's polo. It's playing polo, right? It's being dashed over and trolloped over by horses and stomped on, but push. There's still a ball that you think you're navigating in there, making sense. But what is going on? What is happening?
So, how is color significant for human consciousness as such, or for any kind of spiritual process? It is significant.
Okay, listen, your color, first of all, it doesn't even make sense to begin with. Why? Okay, the example you gave is, well, this is blue, but really it's reflecting blue. So uh, what are you saying? Okay, at the same time, you're saying that, oh, it could be something else to someone else, but no. So it's just a complete mash, an omelet of an omelet of mash. Okay, an omelet of mash, and correlating color thing to then now life, and wow, that you have to care, or somehow a dynamic that is part of what should be sought after by a spiritual seeker, and that is the interpretation of what others see you as, and then steering yourself through that, right? Because you're saying, if I'm feeling well, I'll and I choose to express that, and that's what people will see, and they might think of me a good person. But no, if somebody sees me a different light, even though if I think I'm a good person, then that philosophy is smashed, okay? Because even if you're portraying, right? So it doesn't mean that what you want it to be, it is. People will see it for what it is, and then they'll make it their interpretation, but that doesn't mean that it's not what it is, okay? So you're just mashed. You're just mashed up. Because even a. Oh, because even a color is a color, but it's up to the interpreter, you fool. Okay. Oh, it's just what you're saying is it's the interpreter that's the key, right? Amazing. But no, I don't think that's what you're saying.
In the sense that the color that you reflect will naturally add to the aura that you carry. People on the ascetic path don't want
The color you reflect is the aura you'll end up carrying. Wow. So what color is that? Are we rainbows? Okay, please tell me we're rainbows, because I was hoping you would say that. And that means that we're the rainbow. We're the truly are the rainbow children, because we're made of light, right? Amazing. And then we're just gonna start you're just dishing out that the color that we feel, right? Exactly. We're just gonna paint the world we like how we want it. What are you talking about?
to wear anything because they don't want to add any new things to them. They just want to work with what they have, they don't want to take on anything more. What you are right now, to work that out is quite substantial. Adding one more thing and one more thing, it complicates. So they don't want anything, they walk naked. If socially walking naked is difficult, they will put on one little loin cloth so that socially there is no issue. But the idea is, they don't want to take on anything more than what they are. They know what they are is substantial. There are other aspects to it, that's different. I'm
What
saying about
aspects?
the color. So orange, the chakras in the body,
Oh, here we go.
all the 114 chakras, or rather
114.
112 chakras,
112. Get it
ascribe to
get it
some
straight.
color. The two,
Ascribe to some
do not
color.
ascribe to any color. because
And
they are not physical in nature.
two of
Anything
them.
that's physical in the existence naturally reflects light.
Anything that's natural reflects light. Wow, so profound. What's going on here? Do you have butterfly, tags here on your eyebrow? What's going on here?
You understand what I'm saying? Anything that's physical in the existence reflects light. Once it reflects light, it will have color in your perception.
Really, in your perspective, right? Exactly. But what is you and what is the self? You're just okay, and you're not going to talk about that, but it's because of course everybody gets it. Everybody who's around you is like, of course, the self. It's the ego. Blah blah blah. Rise above, smash home runs in your abyss of plastered utopia and multiverse. Right? Exactly.
It may not have any particular color, or it may not have the color that you're seeing. You are only seeing what's being reflected. What you're seeing is the reflected light. You are not seeing the color of the substance that you're seeing.
And so, what is the substance? So what then? If you're saying that there's something else behind there, and that's what it really is, and that what we're seeing is just a reflection. So, what are you saying?
You're not seeing color of the thing that you're seeing.
So, what is the thing? Okay, what is it?
You're only seeing the color of the reflected light. Black reflects nothing. It holds back everything, so it becomes black.
Wow. If you guys aren't blown away just as much as I am, I mean, just rewind it back and just play it again because it's massive.
You see, we say the grass is green. No, the grass is not green. It
No,
is
the
giving
grass is
away
not
green.
green. It's giving away green.
So we see it as green.
Wow, it's giving. So now color's giving. Before it was just reflecting. Now it's giving. So which is it? Okay, and again for us. So you're not talking about that. Okay.
The sky is blue. No, no, no. Sky is not blue. You go there and see.
Yeah,
There's no…
go to the sky and see the sky is not blue. So if it's not blue, why is it? It's giving that according to you. It's giving that. So
no blue out there. Sky is blue for a completely different reason.
oh, it's now it's so it's not for the reason I just said before, but it's another reason as well on top and maybe multiplied a couple times.
Because the refraction quality of the color blue is different.
Oh, some word salad wizardry happening right here. Okay, the refractive non just smashing into smash, and and somehow it's blue.
From the other colors, that's why the sky is blue.
Oh wow, thank you so much. You just blasted everyone's minds.
So why is it that spiritual processes, for different types of processes, we use different kind of colors is those who are on a path where they don't want to gather anything, they will wear white.
So they reflect. So that's the idea behind it. So they don't want anything. So they wear white. So they reflect and just it's deflective. It's a deflective shield. Is that what you're saying? Wow, so profound.
Those who are into a different kind of sadhana, if their sadhana is mild, but they're on the spiritual path, but they're involved with various aspects of life, they don't want to gather life around them. They want to be participating in life, but they don't want to gather anything. Such people will choose to wear white. People who are on a more intense sadhana, which is oriented towards a particular chakra in the body, which is known as agna, between the eyebrows, they will wear orange because the color of the chakra is orange. They want to radiate that color because the whole process is about enlightenment and…
So here's the thing. How do you know it's orange? How do you know that chakra is orange? Okay, because if you read it in a book and it was the color orange, maybe you're not seeing it right. Maybe you're not seeing it right. So maybe you're just blasted and twisted and just smashed. Or even if it's described as orange, how can you know that the person that was in level quadruple nothing was in a galactical multiverse that just blasted him and showed him that in fact it was that was the color of the chakra, but no, maybe he wasn't seeing it through the refraction and blasting through his mind in the right way.
reaching to that state of knowing, opening up.
Could it be that, oh, maybe colors are symbolic, okay? Symbolic, okay? For something. And for what? Influence. Yes, the influence. Oh, is it shocking that color has influence? White. Okay, yeah, and you're talking like how this so-called science behind it. Wow, it's amazing that this is white because it reflects all colors. Wow, it's amazing that black is black because it absorbs apparently all the. What does that even mean? And this mystic is gonna just blow our minds and keep telling us how it is.
That dimension of perception, which is referred to as the third eye. So they will seek always ochre or orange color, because that is the color of the agna.
I think he just gave up the clue right there.
Of perception, which is referred to as the third eye. So they will seek always ochre or orange
Ochre or
color,
orange.
because that is the color of the agna.
That is the color of the agna, guys. Again, right? But that's why. Why? Why? He doesn't tell you. He just it is. He just says it's because it is. It's not like the sun, and you can point at the sun and say it's orange. No, the chakra is inside, so you say it's orange, and that's it. You, you can't. What? So what are you saying?
The yellow robes were worn by Buddhist monks because the process that Gautama gave to the initial stage of Buddhist monks was very rudimentary process. He chose this process for the people because he did not need any preparation, but he wants to cause a wave of awareness.
Off the cuff, just chill.
That means he doesn't stay in any town for more than a day.
The
Continuously
wonder,
he is moving from village
the
to village,
dust,
town to town.
just dumbling.
There's
What
no
is this?
time to prepare people for any kind of practice. So the practice that he gives them is very rudimentary.
Rudimental,
But still,
just basic.
he's converting them into monks.
Oh, but even still, they're ambassadors of truth when they have no truth.
He's fixing their life, but not giving them enough preparatory steps. So he told them to wear the yellow robe, because yellow is the color of the Mooladhara.
Yellow, bro, because yellow, and he's telling it was that color because that was the color of something else that is just another mash.
The most basic chakra in the body is Mooladhara. So he wants them to be stable. For a monk, the most important thing is he practices stability in his life. So he just wants them to be stable. They don't have to fly off into a blissful experience. They don't have to get enlightened right now. They don't have to get anywhere. They just have to learn to be stable because he is preparing soldiers to shake the world with awareness.
Wow, I can't believe he just said that. He's creating soldiers or an army, right, of awareness. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
So he told them to wear yellow robes.
So these people had to do nothing, just kind of just be there because there was an army being built. What are you talking about?
Later on, when they graduated to what he called as arhats, the arhats in the Buddhist tradition wore ochre robes, that is orange, as all the Indian sannyasis wear. But then after Gautama passed away, when they tried to spread the Buddhist way of life, people in India, there were at least 30% of the population were sannyasis or monks by nature. By culture, it was just like that. So this one more set of monks, they just accepted them and they became kind of part of them. They couldn't maintain a distinct identity. So from ochre, they shifted to a little more maroonish color, more for an identity's sake, because they would simply mix with all the other yogis and monks who were walking all over the place. So they wanted to set up a distinct identity, so they switched to a little maroonish color.
So that you just choose what you see. Then is that what you're saying?
later on. But the basic Buddhist color is still yellow, because yellow is the color of the Mooladhara and it can be taught without preparation. No preparation, no teaching, no nothing, a simple process, just to stabilize and stabilize and stabilize.
Stabilize. Just to stabilize, stabilize, stabilize. No process, and that's when the army is built. It's built by the life being beat relentlessly out of you as you perpetuate it into the inferno, just the abyss. And that is the army that ultimately just swarms and consumes and devours everything in its path. Okay? Absolutely.
Such a process is taught when you are charting out a spiritual path for a few lifetimes. See, that tradition still continues in the Buddhist way of life. They keep coming back and coming back to do more work and more work because the process is such, it's of stabilization, not of realization.
Of stabilization, not realization. Wow. So guys, just keep going, blasted and bashing, and not realizing things, as long as you have some stability. How ruthless of just worthless advice. What it's not even advice. It's just a perspective of I don't know what it is of the swarm that you're consumed by. Maybe that's how the swarm perceives its surrounding. But wow, it's just desolate.
So that's why the yellow. Devi is always red because red is the most vibrant color. Of all the colors, red is the most vibrant color and feminine represents that. Whether you like it or not, there is…
And he doesn't say why though, right? And but it just does, right? Just take it. In this case, color is the woman, and the other color it was just, who cares? It was the refraction of the abyss into the abyss, right? And that's why it's blue. Yes.
a longing in a woman to be like a flower because nature has given that possibility for her. There is a…
There's a longing for the woman to become a flower because nature has put that ability in her to become that. Wow, smashing. This is just mind tripping, okay? Because not only did he suggest just some metamorphosis, but somehow that they're hand in hand, that somehow the flower is hand in hand with the woman. What? No. Okay, what's going on here? This is totally just nature worship and just smashing and smashing against this rail of just floppy spaghetti that you're just gonna just smash through it and just totally keep going through the abyss until you just smash relentlessly against the other wall that's there, or the nothingness, because that's what it is. Nothing. Because you believe it. It's just all relative. According to what? Oh, right. According to maybe like what you're gonna say is awareness, awareness, awareness. Probably something like that.
there's a certain quality in the feminine which is flowery. So, when we say flower, the first thing that comes into most people's mind is always red. A red flower is always the real flower. Other things are on the way.
No, it's because you've been bashed and smashed into having that response, and all of a sudden you present this as just like a given that anywhere across time there have only been people that can only imagine red and blue flowers or some nonsense like this. What are you talking about?
Red is vibrant. It is the color of vibrance. Devi, or the feminine form of the divine, is the most vibrant form of divine. Something nobody can miss. The reason why, even if there are other bigger temples, in every village, in every town in India, we will set up a Devi temple. You walk into the Devi temple, she hits you in the face, you can't miss it because it's vibrant. The color of vibrance is always red.
Wow, this is amazing. I'm just picturing a place that, a city that, let's just say, it has multiple, shrines and temples, and they're all meant to evoke just different things in your body or whatever. Just and so you're feeling a little down, you just go to oblivion and just get blasted a certain wave, and then you come out and you're just brain dead and you feel great, and it feels so amazing, right? Just amazed, it's just blasted and more blasted, and I think that's what he's saying. He says we have in every city, doesn't matter, we have one of these types of places, and what he say, you can't miss it. So obviously it's somehow, either just attack, it just attacks, and savage, it's savage, and it'll just eviscerate you, and you go in there and it evokes something, and then you chant, I'm sure, and I don't know, but this is what it does. So that's the type of mentality, and that's what it's happening, right? You're creating all these spaces where you're going to have all these evocations and, enchantments and all this. Okay, it's coming. Look at this guy.
If it doesn't matter what kind of a person you are, if you come dressed in full red clothes, suddenly people will think you're vibrant, even if you are not.
Wow.
Yes or no?
So manipulation.
Red
So he's talking about
dress
manipulation.
suddenly sets you off like you're vibrant. And to do certain type of sadhana, which is Devi-oriented, red is needed.
Okay, guys, think of this. Look, think of all these stuff they have to remember. I mean, in his religion or whatever it is that he would say that he follows, but the doctrine. But at the same time, the colors, and they do this and this and this and that and this and the other. When of course it's you. How many gods is there? You would say multiple, or it would be up to interpretation. No, there's one, because there's only one life and there's only one love. What are you talking about? The love that manifests constantly, just slapping you in the face every day, just giving you relentlessly, even though you're a deceiver. It just loves and gives you I mean, it's relentless. But the life that you think you're living is not what you are meant here to actually live, because you have denied that. You have beaten the living life out of yourself, and it's so sad. Look, why have you done it? Why? Because now you have deceived so many people, so many people, right? When all, the path that you, it's a magic, it truly is a magic carpet ride that you're offering people, because it can only be experienced in the blasted oblivion of that state. Okay, it can't. What are you trying to escape from? Always, there's no escape. Okay, there's no escape. Okay, the truth is undefeated, and you can try and escape the truth as much as you want by creating all these magnificent sophistications of nothing. Okay, because the truth will just smash you.
The most important things in your life are usually red, you know. Your blood is red. It's not red enough, you
What
go
was
down,
that?
you know. Flowers are red, the rising sun can become reaching towards red. Anything
Right,
that
it
you
couldn't be that red is, the most worshipful thing that you worship. Okay, look, listen, it's why not talk about blue or purple, which is the order of their masters? What are you talking about? Listen, if you actually talked real about colors, why would you just focus on red? And that's probably where you're going to end this video, because if you just focus on other colors, it would be a whole different story, right? Or would it be the same? Of course it wouldn't. But this is all enchantment, all spell casting, okay?
consider as vibrantly alive, you tend to paint it red because there is a connection between red and vibrance.
No, nobody sits there and says, I'm experiencing this. Wow, I'm going to categorize this as red. No. Okay, it's only bashed into you if you. Because once you come into concepts like this, you're gonna think of this the next time, and it's the worm that now has just festered. It's festering and embedded, and just wrapping. It's just mayhem, free for all melee. It's just absolute disorder, and just going, swarming and burrowing and uncovering and just defecating. It's just amazing. Okay, so what are you talking about? Okay,
And Devi is manifestation of vibrance that you cannot miss. So, the Devi temples always have very active involvement of red.
right. To evoke what? What do you think red evokes? Wow, isn't red the basal chakra? I don't know. Isn't that the color of that? Yes, it is. And why would you have a temple which is supposed to be, I don't know, up this sacred higher place? Why is there a temple for it? Because it's blasted. It's meant to just blast, right? It blasts, and you love that blast, and so you go in there and you get blasted, and it blasts you into oblivion, and so you love it, and so it's part of this astrological nonsense of synchronicity and nonsense, because it is life is perfect in the sense that it's fine. It's a perfect fine-tuned, okay, realm called earth that you get to live in so that you may overcome, right? And realize that the world isn't here to love you. It's You're here to overcome and love as the Father loves you, but not to be part of and just be swarmed by the earth and just die and the dust. Okay, look, okay, this is the look of the dude. He thinks he's eternal consciousness or some nonsense, but no, the life, okay, and the truth, because the truth he's just denying. Just okay, that's why he wears white, because he's denying. He's just repelling all sorts of truth. When white actually mean, I mean, look, come on, white is pure. Okay, white. Okay, unmarked. Okay, white. Okay, unmarked. Because it is, come on, and even if you did worship the light, come on, it doesn't mean anything. But come on, get your metaphors and philosophy straight here. Okay, come on.
In many ways, only red flowers are used. Blood is spilled all over the place. We don't do the blood business, but one way or the other, it needs a lot of spilling of life. Either you must know how to spill your life just like that without killing yourself.
Right, you need to learn how to do it when you blast yourself into oblivion of the multiverse, so they can you just puncture all these holes and just give it there. Because that's truly the direct connection that this wizard is put in place to tell you, so that the feeding can just continue at mass rates and just speed up at astronomical velocities for it to be smashed and just pummeled. Okay, just pummeled, driven into the ground. Just Oh, it's just uncanny. It's just uncanny, right? But this sure is candid Cameron, because look, this guy thinks the camera's just gonna be like, okay, I've had enough, but no, it's relentless always, and he has to always just come up with nonsense. What is he saying?
If you do not know the technology, you have to kill. We know the technology, so we don't kill. Somebody else who do not know the technology of spilling life without killing the body, they will cut the body. Most Devi temples have daily sacrifice. So colors have
Okay.
some impact. It definitely influences a few things, but it's not everything.
So he said nothing. Wow. Color is, but it's an influence, but it's not. But it's nothing. It's something, but it's nothing. Again, this doctrine of just foolishness, right? I mean, what is this? Uh, there's the meaning of colors for a spiritual seeker. Basically he just dismissed it. He's like, it means nothing, because it could be this, it could be that. Meh, it doesn't mean anything. In the end, I get to choose how I make others perceive me, and that's the bottom line. And that was his only reason for bringing colors into this, so that he could say, wow, you can choose to just be whatever you want, because it's really up to, like, what are you talking about? Okay. It's almost amazing. It's almost amazing, but it's not. It falls flat on his face and it gets pummeled and just kicked, relentlessly kicked and pummeled and turned into sand, because that's relentlessly what's happening around you. It's the friction, the just constant friction, just a friction that's not ever soothed. Okay, oh.